Hi, good morning to Dr. Adiana and friends. I'm Tay, your reporter for today to explain on the environmental problems near my house, which is the river pollution. As marine science students, I eventually have an idea of finding a place with water, and I think of the ocean and also river. Coincidentally, near my home, there is one river within walking distance, and here we go, and I am heading towards the river named Sungai Burong behind the residential area I am living, which is the Panya residence. And this river is located in Balik Pulau, Penang, and I choose this river as it is the closest location with water that I can reach away from my house. Some brief information regarding the river. As we know, river is one of the water source which will flow into the sea, and rivers sustain plenty of aquatic species. Therefore, a clean river shall bring benefits towards human and the respective interaction in the river. And before I start explaining on my issue, I'm going to explain a bit regarding the geographical location of this river. You see that behind this river is a polytechnic college, and further down the river there will be some kampong houses along the river, which I'm going to show you later on. As we can see here, there is a possibility that the waste management from the nearby premises was not done well enough, causing waste to seep into the soil and enter the riverway. From here we can see that there's some green algae patches on the water surface, which may be resulted from the waste discharge from the pipeline over there. And so now let us check on the condition of the river here first, and later on we will go further downstream of the river. As we can see, the river is quite dirty and full of rubbish, and usually there will be farmers bringing cows here for them to graze their grass along the river, and they are here today further away from the river. Therefore, there will be high possibilities that during rain, their feces and their excretion will be carried by the rainwater and enters the river, enriching the river with excess nutrients. Besides that, we can actually find plastic bottles and also rubbish floating in this river, possibly from the people or kids nearby who threw them into the river, and some of them lack of environment awareness about the importance of the river towards human actually. And the rubbish that can be found here are basically plastic bottles, unwanted slippers, wrappers, and even some big polystyrene box. So after identifying and surveying all the possible causes of the river pollution, let's us identify what and how the problem causes an impact towards the river or human more further. As from my previous days when I live here, I can see there's some people fishing here, and there's actually fishes living here, especially the downstream where the water flow is stronger. Thus, for the impact of the river pollution, the feces and also the plastic will disrupt the originally existing fishes ecosystem in the river. We are lucky today as there are people fishing here.
Cik, boleh tanya yang sini ada ikan apa?
Ikan terapi dengan puyuh.
According to this makcik, she say that the river has ikan kerapi and also ikan puyuh. On the upstream here, we have a paddy field, so if the river are polluted, the polluted water may seep through the underground and affect the quality of the rice to be harvested. We can also see that there are marine birds such as the egret stork and also kingfisher along this river catching their prey, and the marine birds who consume the fishes will eventually get affected by the toxic. The dumped waste will also cause the fishes to take up severe toxic if exposed under a long period, and the human who fish can consume the fishes here will also be poisoned. And besides, some of the villagers nearby who consume the river water may suffer from irritation and also stomach ache if the water is untreated initially. Now we are here in the downstream, and I'm going to cross the bridge. Okay, we're gonna have a look closely on the rubbish, and obviously the odor here is really smelly, and the rubbish count are significantly higher than just now. You can see various kinds of rubbish floating here, and I'm not sure if this platform is stable, and many kinds of the rubbish are trapped here. We can see unwanted plastic bottles, rubbish bin covers, and thrown packaging of beverages. A rough guess that the villagers nearby often throw their rubbish here on convenient basis, and this place has also been left in this condition and neglected by the local authorities, and I'm on my way back now. Finally, for the Precaution Act, I would like to recommend the local authorities to erect a fence to prevent villagers from bringing their cows near to the river and excrete. Besides that, if the authorities set up fences or steel wires surrounding the riverbank, this action may actually prevent people from entering the river zone to carry out any activities that will pollute the river in order to reduce the pollution level and secure the life of playful children. Here are some signboard urging people to love the river and saying that river is our legacy and appreciate before it is too late, but the condition here seems like the nearby residents are not loving the river and ignoring these signboards. I think it will be better if the authorities erect a signboard regarding the consequences for those offenders who throw rubbish into the river if get caught red-handed, such as the fine amount and short-term imprisonment. One reminder sign reminding the residents may avoid the nearby residents from dumping rubbish into the river directly, but it does not seem really helpful, so it may be better replacing these kinds with a harsh warning sign somehow. And for the policy part, I suggest that restricting unrelated person from approaching the river will be the best way to minimize the pollution of the river. As you can see here, this is the only warning signboard and just giving warning to people not to trespass the pump and saying that they are not going to be responsible for any accidents. I think the warning and fine should be stated in capital to highlight the consequences of trespassing instead. And besides on that, I also suggest to implement a policy which avoid the people who reported to the authorities if they manage to capture footage or offenders polluting the river, such as creating serious spillage of chemical of oil into the river, so that authorities can take immediate action on the river. The local authorities may also host a cleanup campaign cleaning the river by lending the help of nearby residents, and I would also suggest that officers of Department of Irrigation and Drainage can have more patrol to check, clean up, and also carry out water quality examination within a more often period. If all of the implementation and the policies can be applied, then the river will definitely recover and the river species will flourish and bring more benefits for the villagers nearby by supplying clearer water, and this river may become one of the tourist hotspots to take picture of, as the sunset here are really beautiful. That's all for my video today. Hope you all will like it. Bye. Thank you.